have a treat for seeing me dressed up.
You can polish a turd.
Atari thought Dig Dug was going to be the big one. And they were ready because, from what I researched, they made 20,504 of these, according to the production number list I found online. Atari production, that's a lot of them. It sold for $2,100 brand new. But by November, they closed it out for $9.99. So it wasn't a big hit. It was at first, but there was a glut of games in the market. They made too many of them. 20,000 of these. I mean, how many Dig Dugs can you put in location? But the game held up. A beautiful cabinet by Atari. And this cabinet is special. We got this machine and several other machines, including a beautiful 4-player gauntlet that we think saw very little public use. The meter on this did have 23,000 on it, but we think it was in one location its whole life and then came out. And I'm going to show you why. Here's why. Here's the back door. Look what's still on it. Atari was gluing these on some of the games. I didn't even remember until I saw this on there. Or you could set the dip switch settings. It's on the outside of the door, mind you. See, not on the inside. Okay? Outside of the door. As a reminder, you take the back door off to make it easier or harder. It was pretty neat, pretty innovative, and I completely forgot, Frank. Now, inside, all the serial numbers were matching, including the monitor chassis. This is 15167. Okay, that's our serial number. Now, the logic board did not run. We cleaned all the chips. Board is as clean as can be. Frank, you changed a bunch of socketed chips too.
Some of the sockets were
sockets. You changed sockets. Really couldn't get it to run. But because the serial number matched, we left it. We have it wrapped up, and it's going to go with the game. And we put in a nice, clean working board.
One that I
That's
fixed
the
about
same
3 years
vintage.
ago.
Yes.
From another video, actually.
Yes.
Where I talk about the
yes. Wait
differences
until you
in
see
the
what I'm
boards.
going to show you in a minute. Now, the manual, original manual, still wrapped up and sealed inside the bottom. So obviously we have to give them that. The G07 was still working. Now it was in this person's house, we think about 30-some years, probably, or more. We did do the flyback and the capacitors. And then Frank rebuilt the power supply, which is pretty dependable with new caps and such. So all the chips have been cleaned. Now, this was the vintage year. As a matter of fact, we have 2 final working Dig Dug boards that we're going to keep on our shelf.
From the video that I picked.
Yes, that's, we have to look and see. We have to see what video. You guys can research that video. Actually, here's the video right here. There. I hope that's the right one. Anyway, look.
No, actually, I think it's this video over here. It's that one.
Glass is perfect. The original control panel, perfect. The buttons were perfect. The joystick, look at this. It's gorgeous. The game's perfect. Just like me. We did change the fluorescent bulb. That was winking.
Perfect.
And then the starter. And we put LEDs in the front door.
It's Sunday. We're not answering the phone.
I'll have to answer that. Let me see.
God.
Can I help you? Yeah. It's Sunday. We're closed. Don't ever call me again. They already hung up. You don't think I'd really talk to somebody that way?
But you do really talk to people that way.
We have a new Creep of the Week coming later this week. Anyway, but in the meantime, they made 505 cabarets. I had that in the other Dig Dug. Remember my little cabaret? And I can't read my coding here. 995 cocktail tables.
So pizza sauce dripped on it?
No, it's 1,219 cocktails. Frank, look at this. I have to make better cheat sheets. I really do.
You're not right like a 2-year-old.
Now, we elected to put a button in the front. So now the man that owned this, actually had one of those little crappy buttons. Oh, Frank, it's starting. You told me that fan wouldn't go on.
I lied.
Oh. Well, if you get close, every game you play is different. I pushed it too many times, but here we go. Here we go, Frank. Absolutely a wonderful game with random mazes. You kind of can figure out what the little creatures will do, but the fact that the rocks and tunnels will appear in slightly different positions every time is the best part. I missed that other creep. See, now remember, the key to this lovely game... Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble. He's going to try to get away, but I'm not going to let him, Frank. Pow. Okay. Neat. He's going to be so happy. It's one of our good customers is buying this. That's local, so we'll be delivering that tomorrow, Frank. It's just beautiful. And Stephen had to do virtually no touch-up. The original art was absolutely stunning. Like me. Oh, Frank, the phone.
Kurt.
Here, come up front. Oh, that is the line 5. See line 5?
We don't give that number out.
That's Kurt. So we're going to go up here and see what little Curdy does, and I'm going to show you some fun stuff.
Oh, should we zoom in on his phone number again?
Curdy. All right, thanks, bye. No, I'm not going to let you listen to my service calls. But I am going to show you Dig Dug A Go Go. That's right. And you're going to learn a little something today. There's 10 boards here that we think are System 1 or board variation Type A. And we have 11 System 2s. Now, here's something extraordinary. So now, how we figured out what was what is that the serial numbers are on the boards. Some were missing, but look. This serial number is 05323. I know you're reading it upside down. This serial number is 8470, all under 10,000. Every single one of these boards is under 8,000 actually. So this is 7,300, this is 3,700. And all these boards, all these 11 boards are above them. See, 12, 579, 10, 396, okay? But yes, but there were a couple of oddities. That one, and look, here's a real low one. 00031. Wow, Frank, one of the early ones. Anyway, I think these will all be sold in a package deal, but they may be available. But all these boards do not work. Now, if you see missing chips, we did move chips around to figure out what was going on. For instance, this one is all complete, but it's stuck in test. That one just says dead. This one doesn't say anything, but I'm sure it's dead. And we had sold, oh look, it has a sticker going back to 2000, and the game got traded and the board didn't work. But now I want you to look here because you can actually see what I mean about the black legs on the chips. Come over here, Frank. Do you see how these legs here are black? These are silver legs, believe it or not. These are the custom chips, and they use real silver, where here the ROMs just have regular bright shiny legs. So you have to take these chips out and brush them clean with that wonderful fiberglass eraser. Yes, then you squirt some, we call it jism, but we squirt some dissolve in there. Frank, what's it, the product called? Blow off. And that cleans it out. And put the chip back in. Now that sometimes will fix your problems. It'll also fix a lot of funky problems. But if the sockets are bad, no good. But look, one board is in this funny color. And I'm sure there's people out there that know why. We can't figure out. Because look, but it's one of the latest ones we have. It's 17339. Okay, so it's one of the last boards up there, really up there at the top of the line. And it has this oops, something's wrong fix. Unless that's a oops, something's wrong fixed by the imbecile that owned the game before us. By the way, some of you see these tags. See, that's Banner? This machine was sold locally. Banner was a place downtown Philly, one of the distributors that was licensed to sell Atari. and they would put their stickers on it as part of their warranty plan. So everybody had a different system. Oh, here's Eastern Music System. Look, we never cracked this code. See where it says H? Is that a 9155? H3155. That told, they stamped that on it, put white out. They got a little rubber stamp and they went foof. And that was their code about when they sold the game. So right before the game went out, they opened everything in the back and stamped the monitor, the logic board, the power supply, the transformer on the bottom with that code. Because they were holding people to the old 90-day warranty, weren't they, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of this stuff makes eBay, not everything. But we have an eBay listing with over 1,000 auctions up. A lot of paper, manuals, flyers, that sort of thing, and sometimes boards and things. Now these won't make that, but you got to check our eBay page. You should make it a favorite, so when we do changes or updates, you're notified. And this fella, Michael White, sent me this picture. Okay. And he loves us. He thinks we're walking on water.
Little does he know.
Oh!
That got your thumbs down, that's for sure.
God, I love thumbs down. Listen, we have a really fun video for you now. We have visitors that came, met them at Daddy Pop's, and we have games to show you and fun. It's all coming up now. I'm recruiting you. We gotta... Here, hold this.
What?
The camera.
Camera.
Oh. Now look. This is one of Todd's
Bargain basement.
bargain basements. The fishtails, electronically perfect. Cosmetics, you got to work on it.
All wrapped up.
So you've seen fishtails, and there was no topper. The clod hopper we got it from doesn't know what happened to it. But look, Mark Sparafella.
Found a faucet.
And here's something unique. Where's the logo? Oh, here, look. It's got the original Zachariah glass. The tempered glass. And there's like hardly a scratch on it. That's because it was in this guy's house for like 30 years. Look what was inside the Rush the Rock.
Bub.
I've never stocked this stupid bub. No, Rob, I have to send you.
That may be the thinnest fluorescent tube I've ever seen.
That's what she said.
Scotty, does that remind you of anything? Oh.
I'm thinking of outfitting the whole shop with these tubes. And look, somebody's Geo 7. They wanted me to test, which I did. But really what I'm filming is this. We got something from one of our fans, Robbie.
Is it my gift? I don't get gifts.
Well, boys, it's from a fan. He told me something special was coming. What do you think it is? Jonathan?
A blow-up doll of Kurt. A trophy?
A trophy?
Oh, we'll take a trophy when we open it.
You're the winner.
It is a trophy.
It's from Crown
It could be a major
Awards.
award.
Yeah, but what is that? It's a major award.
Could be anything in there.
It costs $55.96. Well, it looks like to me. Look, come, look. I can't believe this. Come closer.
It
Can you see it?
You.
Awarded to Todd Tuckey for being the world's greatest guy from your #1 fan, George Kalos. LOL.
He must have low standards.
Low standards? Oh, wait a minute. I have this studio lighting.
Studio lighting.
Look! Look!
The last trophy he won was 30 years ago when he bowled.
Participation? Thank you for playing.
Rob, I wonder if it glows.
I don't know. It says glow on that thing right there.
It does glow. Look at
Does?
that. Yeah.
What about that?
It looks like it does too.
People at home can't see it.
Well, I'm charging it.
Oh, I don't get trophies.
I got a trophy.
Champion. He's the champion.
Champion
of eating.
Remember
Well,
that
let me tell you
Vegas
something,
commercial?
George.
when they stole
If I-
the thing and
if I
ran through the
bring
hallways.
this home to my
Champion,
house-
champion.
It was a vase.
I suspect
What was it? It was
I'm
a
going to get
vase.
thrown out, and then this will come clunking out after me if I show this to my wife.
Oh, I want to be there for that one. Can we go to the videotape that one?
Thanks, George. And I happen to think I am the greatest thing on earth.
Who's the guy on top?
As a matter of fact, I have this clip.
Imbecile sidekick.
Idiot. I have this clip.
But someday they're going to erect a statue to me in this town.
Well, don't start posing for it now.
Well, you remember that part in the movie? God, you're so awful. Rob, you're supposed to be the imbecile sidekick.
I feel like it should be like a fork and spoon or something on top of that.
Yes.
Strap on a feed bag on.
I do have
Pot
a
of corn
body
and
that's
cob.
close to that.
Yes, it's very close.
See, instead
It's
of being
all
able,
underneath that.
Listen, instead of having a 6-pack, I have a 6
He has a
roll.
keg.
He's a
Or he's
keg.
holding a coffee mug on
Here's
top.
the full keg.
Thanks, George. That's really neat. And look what else is neat. We sold a box of coin mix. Tested, working coin mix. Isn't that great? Aren't I great?
Now we're not going to have enough for Simpsons, X-Men, Turtles, Sunset Riders.
Clunk.
We have a million of them.
We have
I keep stealing out of games. There's
Maybe
something-
Kurt has some in his
something
van.
else, and you guys keep selling
Now,
them.
I got to tell you something about my nephew. Listen, this is kind of fun. Years ago, we used to play a game out back
Uh-oh.
called Freedom.
Don't tell Daddy.
Oh my god.
Ow! Creep!
Oh my god.
Creep! That was all scripted.
That's creep of the week right
Anyway, the game is called Freedom, and it's sort of like hide and seek, but it's lots of fun. And we used to play it for days. I would come home from work. We're working at Temple University then, so I'd get home around dark, and he'd gather all of his little friends together. Well, one night I came home, and I found this little note. Oh my little.
I wrote that yesterday.
That's so cute. Oh, my little nephew. He just loves playing. I guess you were maybe 7 or 8. And he wrote that.
We're
note for me.
35.
And I kept it. Anyway, Robbie, I think it's time we continue.
I never wanted to get
our
caught.
Video.
I wore camouflage and I hid in
Oh,
the
that's
tree
right,
and
you
I never
did.
got found. It was kind of boring, but I.
It's a little difficult to hide a 300-pound fat man, but I managed to hide pretty well. Anyway,
He went as a fire plug.
shall we continue?
Yes.
Well, we have some visitors. We have Ian and Gabrielle from
Mesa, Arizona.
Arizona. I was going to say New Mexico. Rob, I got the wrong place.
You're in the right hemisphere anyway.
They bought The Creature from a Black Lagoon.
Scary game.
You know what? Here's the video number right there. Because I didn't research. See, I didn't prepare for this.
It was like towards the beginning of
It
the
was
year.
toward the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So it was this year. And we met at Daddy Pop's for breakfast. They told me they were coming. So I said, meet me at Daddy Pop's and we'll get stuffed. So you had bullseye.
Yes.
Eggs bullseye. That's
Very
where you take a piece of toast, cut the center of it
Very
out,
cool.
and then they cook the egg in there. Robbie, what did you have?
I had the pumpkin pancake.
That's what I had too.
But you had
They're really
two.
good.
Yes, 2 of them. And bacon.
They're good. Weren't they good?
So delicious. Oh my gosh.
You can,
That's a
if you
limited
come,
time. That's all
you
the
can
season.
come to Daddy Pop's and you can treat me if you want. But anyway, but look what you have. Look what.
Brought some coffee from Arizona. It's a local brew. This is the coffee that they use in their espresso.
Nice.
They also make their own. They also have
It's
a
sealed real
brewery
well.
called The Shop.
We're
Well-
doing this now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me grind it.
well, no,
Can I
but-
grind it?
Well, you can, but we have to do it this way. Watch.
That's good.
Delish. That's a smooth coffee. Just
Very
perfect.
smooth. A little bit of cream. It's
Wait a
perfect.
minute.
It's a brown bean. It's not a dark bean, but it's really good. Look, I finished mine.
You were supposed to wait until I started filming.
I couldn't wait. I had to.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose.
Now mine's
I
full.
chugged it down so fast.
We'll have to make another pot.
Oh, we faked it.
You took too long with
Movie
your,
magic right
with
here.
your-
Wait a minute. Here, look. Here's the pot. Here's this.
There's only 1 cup left in there.
Oh.
You took too long.
Listen, we are so busy. We have record sales, and I'm thinking of doubling your salary.
To nothing?
No, I was just joking. Rob doesn't get
Look,
paid.
we got a new game. Show me my new game.
I don't pay. Rob works for me because he's my best friend buddy. He works for breakfast.
Because
Anyway,
I'm currently unemployed.
we now are renting the Go Sports cornhole machine.
Cool.
So
Awesome.
Awesome. Very fun.
no, we're not going to open it and show you. You'll have to rent it from us and see what it looks like. Anyway, let's go around and do a tour. Well, we should show them a little in the showrooms. Now, obviously, when they bought their creature, we had a whole different assortment of games.
Yes.
But the games were all laid out slightly different. Yeah, that's one of them. We remember that's the skinny tube in the Rush the Rock. And fluorescent light we have to get. But some nice stuff here too, and driving games, different things. We just got this Wayne Gretzky. We haven't had a Wayne Gretzky for the longest time.
Oh, this is fun.
This one just came in trade.
This is a lot of fun.
And we're updating. It's a 4-player, and we're updating it to a flash card.
Oh, nice.
Getting rid of the hard drive.
That makes sense.
Perfect.
This is Atari's smash hit. We should try calling Atari and see what their next hit will be. Oh, God. There's not going to be another hit. Here's a classic.
This was a
It was
lot
really
of
fun,
fun,
yeah.
Kids go nuts for Crash. Actually, they don't, but
too. They should.
they should. They should. Now, we just got this Super Pac-Man back in trade. We had sold this years ago. I think 15 years ago. We were using color T-molding back then. Neat stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
Now I'm going to show you this timeline. We sold this. This was that terrible, ugly machine. Here, come closer. You have to be in the video. See? If you visit, you have to bring coffee with you and treat me to Daddy Pops. Bad idea. Okay. Anyway, this is going to Canada. But not to Mark. He actually asked about the game, but he has so many other games in order. I said, just wait around. But look what Steven did up here. Do you remember? Fixed. Now, Steven, the last thing we're going to do is put a piece of mylar over that. But fixed. It's beautiful. As a matter of fact, right here is the initial video. Okay. Oh no, that's the video number. It's up here. So you can see what we started with on this thing. And I do mean things. Steven, would you say this was your hardest project? No? What was your worst one? Here, look at the size of this.
Talking to you. You like that?
Put them on the spot. Look at this gorgeous cabinet. Now what we've done is we've reversed the coin switch. So when you push that, you can put credits on it. It's at the maximum credits. We have it set up for 10. Where's the ball?
She said.
How am I supposed to show them? That's a Firepower 2 that's come in for a repair. We now do repairs when we have the time. All right, now I'm going to show you. Here, this is a good spot to put the coffee. Perfect spot. Down too low. The video, this game is really extraordinary. In terms of programming, I think this is one of their most elaborate games, other than Counterforce of the System Ds. I think Counterforce is the best one. And this could be the second best, although Force 2, another terrific System 80 game. Now remember, I only have so much time. See, that noise means I'm done. I can't do anymore. The game resets it. This has got tons of programming. Well, John, this has to get tight. Oh, no, that's a little droopy. We're going to fix this. See now? Let me show you something now. See, these rails serve two purposes. In some cases, there's just a hole, but you have to tighten them so they are actually perpendicular to this. This is a hair too low. Now, because this is low, this is going to be hard to make the shots. It's hard to believe, but if these are misadjusted, sometimes you can't make the shots. I remember we had the Jurassic Parks, Daddy's Jurassic Park. They had this misadjusted. You could never go up the ramp. Never go up the ramp. And when we fixed it, we moved it up a hair, you can fix it. So because that's lower, because the vector's lower, you can't hit it right because you're conditioned to push the button when it hits a certain place, and you can't fix it. Now what we did too, these are brand new pop-upper caps. We've lit orange here. Comet Pinball sells these strips. That's like the best thing you can do. They also changed some other lighting colors. Isn't it nice? Beautiful. And look at this light show back here. Isn't that beautiful? I just did such a nice job of this thing. Jonathan, do we have a fire? Do we have a fire? Steven, do we have any more fire bulbs? Wouldn't that look good if we put a fire in there? Yeah, let me see if we have a fire LED.
We're on board.
Better have one up here or I'm going to be mad. You want to see me mad, Steven? You want to see me storming about?
Figure that out all by yourself?
Alright, here, I'll tell you what, we'll start. You know, Jason's coming in later today. Let's just see now. Look, see that spot? Oops. Careful, Jonathan.
Don't break it.
Let's change it to a fast blinker. Okay, so that's a slow blinker. Well, I thought I put it right. Let's see what that looks like. Well, that's reasonably better.
I like that.
Yeah, that's better. I'd rather put a fire one in, but I don't really catch the fires on.
Short round.
Short round. Oh, this is it. Let me show you the difference. Look. Now there's 4 LEDs in here, okay? To create the fire effect. Now see, that's just a blinker. That looks like a slow blinker. I'm going to take it. They make both slow blinker and fast blinkers. Let's just see. Yep, that's a fire. Now look. The red stays on. The orange, yellow, and white cycle. Now let's see what the effect is.
The same.
No, it isn't.
No,
Look
that's
at that. It looks like it's pulsing.
I like it.
Nobody cares.
I'm gonna charge them an extra $5.
That was me, John.
There you go.
There you go, perfect.
Just kind of thumbs down.
Another thumbs down.
Kurt, people don't like my jokes.
They're pretty bad. It only took you 60 years to figure that out.
What a creep. Steven happens to be working on the nicest high speed we've ever had. The playfield was covered by the original factory Mylar. Once we took that off, it left this gorgeous playfield. And look at this cabinet. And look back here. The cleanest high-speed board on the planet and power supply. All the serial numbers match. Beautiful.
Can I get back to work?
No, I'm doing a video.
This is very important, Steve.
Steven, everybody's looking forward to, we sold the Dirty Harry. Everybody's looking forward to the Dirty Harry green screen.
Ah, that again.
We're all looking forward to that. I've been getting emails.
They're mostly heat.
Let's continue. While we have it open now, look. Plungers and links, brand new, coil sleeves, end-of-stroke switches. We do that with all the pinball machines we sell. Now up here, Steve Young sells these plungers and links, brand new. They're new. Coil sleeves, end-of-stroke switches. They're special for this game. And all the drop targets have brand new drop targets in them. Isn't that really amazing? Oh, my machine! That was Ian's idea. He said you would go nuts if you saw us dump the car. Now, we would never work on a machine, an open machine, with a cup of coffee inside. Except me, because I own the place.
Where is your wife?
My beautiful wife. What's that? Look, what's that? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. She's getting lower and lower. Uh-oh. You guys better clear out.
I'm here to check out my pinball game. It's called Flight 2 Fans. Danny and Natalie. I'm so glad you're getting this game. And you're so lucky to be getting this. And you should thank your mommy and daddy for doing a great job of buying this great game for you. Especially since Mother's Day is coming up. Enjoy the game.
Okay, I think we've had just about enough.
What?
I don't know where she is. I'll just tell her to stay away. I mean, come in, sweetheart.
Yes.
Come in, sweetheart. Are you learning a lot?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to buy another game from us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I want to show you this beautiful Skeeball. I want you to show
Todd, this just came in for you today.
my trophy. What have you done to it?
You ate it.
Hey, donut. I don't
Totally
eat
obvious.
donuts.
What a slog.
Where is my pink donut?
We threw it out. It was horrible. We didn't eat it. Did you see the State Fair video? This video here, it's up here.
The donut
Look
was
at minute
absorbed.
32:30, and then you'll see that we gave away your donut. I didn't eat it.
It's
You
obvious.
defaced my beautiful statue, my trophy. And that's me, just so you know. Creeps.
You just got
Needs a belly on it.
Anyway, come over, let me show you this. Look at this. This is a 13-foot Skeeball. Look at the props. We go to a lot of effort here. You saw the script. This is sitting here because this will get wire tied on. This gets wire tied into place.
putting your powder all over it.
These idiots will clean it up. Do you see
Nobody
the
knows.
constant abuse I get? See, did you see how we wiggled the sound in? You heard that, right? You're only supposed to do it once. Not twice. I have to sit there and lay the sound in. It takes time.
Kurt?
Who?
Who? Where's Kurt?
I don't know.
Who's that?
He's out on service. Don't you worry. It's pretty little heads. Now look, this has been upgraded. See these displays? Originally they were little light bulbs, and the sockets would rot and fall off. This has been updated with all LED lighting. It's a wonderful upgrade. The electronics were renewed. Cabinet's been repainted. Look at this. Scott, you did this, didn't you? Look at this beautiful job on it. Look. Okay?
I accept
Field's
gifts.
been buffed. Hurrah. But there's nobody here to answer the phone but you.
The backup secretary.
Backup set.
Look, we have new pads in the back. Everything's been scrubbed and cleaned. Considering the fact that the machine is 30 years old, it came up pretty nice, didn't it? And this is the long one, the 13-foot edition. Now,
That's what she
there
said.
are 9 balls. Yes, there are 9 balls here. They're in the ball view here, so you can see your
Got more
balls.
powder on
You gotta make sure you can see your balls.
Whose stupid idea?
What a
Who
mess.
said to use the flour, huh?
You're a mess.
That's,
Do you see what
No
I'm
more bakery for you, buddy.
We spend hours scripting. We do.
No, we don't.
We do. Well, guess what? It's time now for lunch. So let's go up and have some lunch. Chinese a go-go. We're done. And look, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It's almost finished. Well, almost. But you've left a lot.
The boys have a lot of leftovers. I don't got a very big tummy. It's all. I'm
Chicken chow
full
mein.
already.
Well, you know who's going to be eating that, don't you?
He doesn't
You
have,
have
the
to
pinball
watch the video to know.
Pinball physique.
No, you don't. Now, everybody's going to want to see you. Here we go. There you go. Right there. There we are, boys. See, they always say. Now, look. There are the goodness. The best thing about Chinese food is right there. And they've left all of them. Can you grab 3 of them and we'll see?
Yeah.
And as true fortunes are, you never share your fortune on camera. Never.
Right.
No. Well, what does yours say?
My fortune says that I get that Hobbit machine 75% off today only.
75% off 8,000 bucks. What does yours say?
Mine's pretty good. It says I get the Maverick Pinball for $500.
Oh, $500. I wonder what mine says. Mine says, now get out. Good night.